Welcome to the show. I'm Ryan Gomez.
And I'm John Kapora. Hi.
And today we figured we'd throw something a little different at you.
Yeah, the Eldritch Moon pre-releases this weekend, which means that Shadows over Innistrad's lifespan as being the newest set in Standard is coming to a close.
That's right. So we figured what we'd do is we'd go over the top 10 cards sold for Shadows over Innistrad's lifespan, because that stuff is interesting.
I agree. It's pretty fascinating. Let's get into it.
All right, so number 10, we've got Always Watching.
As a guy that played a lot of Glorious Anthems at JSS's over the years, I can say that this effect is pretty great as long as it's got the supporting cast to support it.
Right, and it looks like humans are a pretty good supporting cast in Standard right now.
They definitely are. Usually in Standard, the stock aggressive deck, it's mono-red. It's been mono-red for the past few years, and it's just not now because there are infinity 2-1s for 1 white in Standard right now. So.
Yeah, and all of them get better with an Always Watching.
Yes, they do. Numbers 9 and 5 are Diagraph Colossus and Prized Amalgam,
yeah,
respectively.
We're going to just group those two together because they're, zombie stuff.
Yeah, these cards got a big sales boost in recent week because of all the zombie hype surrounding Eldritch Moon.
Yeah, zombies didn't really have the support to make it quite as a real threat, but now with powerful cards like Cryptbreaker and Gisa and Garalf, the weirdo twins, the undead have a real shot at glory here.
Yeah. Coming in at number 8 is Westvale Abbey.
This card's been especially strong in its entire lifetime that it's been in Standard. Got played in green-white tokens and black-white control. And do you know what else those two decks have in common, John?
So they played Westvale Abbey. That's one. The other one is that they're both white.
Yes, technically correct. But the answer I was looking for is actually that Seth Manfield, TCG player columnist, won a Grand Prix with both of those decks this season.
Yeah, I should have known that.
Yeah, all right, so come on, man. It's like freaking amateur hour over here.
Thanks.
All right, so what do you got for lucky number 7?
Number 7 is Cryptolith Rite.
Ah, yes, the old, all my creatures are now birds of paradise.
Yeah. So a lot of people during preview season for this set had this card pegged as pretty bonkers. Mm-hmm. And then the Pro Tour happened, and there was that Collected Company, Cryptolith Rites, combo-y kind of deck, and it proved that to be true.
It sure did. Now, this card was actually so good that it led to a direct rise in languishes being played, because why just kill the Cryptolith Rite when you can kill all the creatures?
That's right. Excellent point. Number 6.
Number 6 is Thing in the Ice.
Okay. So this one was another one like Cryptolith Rite that was pegged for a big blowout in Standard and everything, and that just hasn't really happened yet.
Yeah, it's seen a little play in Modern, but other than that, not much to see here. All right.
Yeah.
Moving on to number 4, because remember, Prize Amalgam was number 5. We already did that one. So, number 4, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. Number 4 and number 3, they kind of go together pretty cleanly. We've got, for number 4, we've got Declaration in Stone. Number 3, we've got Thalia's Lieutenant.
Ah, sure, because they both go in the Humans deck.
Right. So, Declaration in Stone is cheap removal with a drawback. It gives your opponent a clue. Mm-hmm. So, if you're beating down your opponent so quickly and ferociously that they can't think or sleep or do anything, they have just no time to react, then they're not going to have a chance to crack that clue and play a spell in the same turn to kind of stymie your onslaught. So it's pretty good in an aggressive deck.
Yeah, and Thalia's Lieutenant ensures that your initial rush of tiny creatures also get to be fat enough to become legitimate late-game threats.
Yeah, so early on in Shadow Standard, a lot of people were trying Declaration in Stone in control decks, and that just didn't really work. You need the pressure to make that card really jump.
Yep. All right, John, the number 1 and 2 cards both go together also. Number 2, I've got Duskwatch Recruiter, and the number 1 card was Tireless Tracker.
Ooh, welcome to Innistrad, where all the card advantage is pasted onto green creatures, and the blue cards are terrible!
Yeah. Woo! Quite a world we live in here. Innistrad.
Yeah. I mean, these cards, they're both awesome. They're cheap. They work great by themselves, just all alone. But oh wait, they're also humans, so you can play them in a Collected Company deck alongside Thalia's Lieutenant and play both the short and the long game better than your opponent could ever dream of doing.
Oh man, like you said, hell of a time to be alive. Well, that's the top 10. Hope you found some surprises in there. We had a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye, Internet!